Hey, what's up? It's your boy Serrano. Welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be taking a look at the UMIDIGI G9 5G on my left, and we're going to be taking a look at the UMIDIGI G6 5G on my right. And what's really cool is both of these devices are super cheap and they do offer 5G, but make sure you guys stay locked in to the end of the video. If you're brand new to the channel, I truly appreciate you for coming through if you're new, but if you're already a part of the crew, salute. Alright, so starting out with the boot up test, I'm going to go ahead and power on both devices with the power button. As you can see, they both do come with cases, and so we're just going to power these on and take a look at what comes inside of the box right now. So I just pressed both power buttons at the same time. It seemed like the G6 did get powered on first, but let's go ahead and wait and see. So what's cool is they do actually offer a warranty card inside of the box of the UMIDIGI G9 right there, as you can see. So you do get that inside the box. You're also going to get that with the G6, so if you are concerned about warranty, you do get that. This does have a quick start guide in here too, and so it looks like the G6 did power on first, so the G9 is still booting up right now. Inside the packaging, you're actually getting a charging brick and a charging cord in both packages, and so what's you can see that the G9 is starting to boot up right now as we speak. So the G6 is a lot faster when it comes to the boot up test. It's already up for a little bit of time now. So when it comes to the batteries on both of these devices, they're both going to give you some pretty decent charging speed. So you do get 18 watts fast charging when it comes to the G9, and so you can see you do get that fast charging type C to type C with the cable. I actually was using this, but I ran by it real quick by accident and actually broke off the tip of this part. So this one is actually going to be a standard brick, so it's not going to be fast charging, and then you're going to get your type C inside of here to type A charging cable, which is like basically the standard charging. Now when it comes to both phones, they do offer a case. You get a smoky transparent or like translucent case on the G6, and on the G9 5G you get a clear case, so you can see this is what it looks like. And you can see both phones right here side by side and what they look like. So let's take off the case so you could actually see the build and everything. Alright, so both phones offer a really unique design. As you can see, they both have the 5G UMIDIGI on branding on the left hand bottom corner, and they both have a similar style camera system. It has that glossy texture right here at the top, which is a smooth texture, and then you get more of a brushed aluminum like finish on the back of here, which feels really nice to the touch, has a really nice smooth feel in the hand and everything. And so they both have a very nice flat corners, rounded corners, flat edges, like flat sides, so it definitely feels really nice when you're holding both. You can see you do get expansion. The punch cutout, the punch for the SIM tray right here is separated from the SIM tool right here, and so you can see it's actually incorporated right here on this one, so you can see that, and that's the only difference. And then you get your dedicated button, so you can map that out. You also do get your power button with the fingerprint sensor inside of it right here, as well as your buttons right here for your volume control. At the top, you're going to get your microphone and your headphone jacks, and at the bottom you're going to also get a microphone set up right there with the speakers on the bottom too. You can see different cutouts for the speakers on both of these, and then you also do get type C for charging. And then the charging speeds, it's just going to be slightly faster with the 18 watts fast charging on the G9, so it's going to give you a faster and more quicker and efficient charging experience. Now the G6 5G comes in black, blue, green, and violet, and the G9 5G comes in black, blue, purple, and green. And so they're both plastic overall materials, and they're going to offer very good displays. So the G9 has a 6.7 6.5-inch display right here, so it's going to be really good. And you can see the Face ID did work really fast right there when I turned it on. So if I just go ahead and I look at it, it was asking me for my fingerprint, my password real quick. And let's see if I could get like a test real quick on here. And you can see the facial recognition does work really fast. 6.75-inch display on the G9, and on the G6 it's going to be slightly smaller. You're going to get a 6.57-inch display, and you can see if I tap the facial ID, that works really fast as well. And you do get a fingerprint on the side for scanning, you know, opening up banking apps and things of that sort. Now they both have LCD IPS displays with 20:9 aspect ratio, and so, you know, they're both going to open up really quick when it comes to, you know, face unlock and fingerprint. Now, one of the interesting things about the software on both is that the G6 is actually going to give you notifications on the left when you swipe down right here, so you get all your notifications on that side. You can actually see on the G6 you do get NFC as well, which is really crazy on this device, so you also do get that feature. And then you have your control panel on the right side, so you have to swipe from two different sides to get to your panel. With the G9, if you swipe on the right side, you get your panel right here with all your different toggles. And then on the left side it's the same thing, so it's nothing different. But, you know, as far as, you know, the NFC chip running on the this guy right here, the G6 has it. It has the, you know, the feature where you can get NFC. But the G9, let me just make sure, because I don't remember seeing it on this device. So just type that in right here. And so yeah, the G6 definitely has it, but the G9 actually won't have the NFC feature running on here. So yeah, that's going to be an advantage with the G6, because that's going to be important for a lot of people who are purchasing a smartphone. They definitely want to be able to scan, you know, buy different items with their phone using their banking, you know, GPay, Google GPay, so they can actually make purchases in stores and just tap in, and it's going to be a lot more convenient. Now, when it comes to the panels on each phone, they are very similar. So you can see when you're scrolling, you're getting a similar experience. You can see the colors and everything, and, you know, viewing angles are, you know, decent. It's got a 720 panel on both of these phones, so as far as the panel, it's going to be 720 on both. You're getting the 720 by 16 on the G6 and 720 by 12 on the G9. So barely noticeable difference when it comes to the displays. They're probably using the same technology right here. And then you can see if I go into the settings for both of these devices, I just want to show you the display settings real quick. So if you go right here into display, right here you can see that you do get the auto refresh rate, but you can change it to 90 on the, you know, the G9. So I really like that feature that you get auto. You also do get standard or 90 on the G6, but you don't have that auto feature when it comes to the refresh rate of the display and everything like that. One of the things I noticed is that the settings panel is a lot different on the G6 compared to the, you know, the G9. So you can see that it's a little bit more playful on the G6 right here on the right. And you're also getting that much larger display on the G9. So you're getting a bigger panel on the G9, but both actually have really nice, you know, scrolling speeds and everything like that. So the settings panel, you know, I definitely like the playful look. It just looks really nice on the G6. So I definitely like, you know, how this looks. So if we go into storage on both of these devices, I just want to show you the storage abilities. So you do get 128 gigabytes on both of these guys, 6 gigabytes of RAM. And if you go back right here, there's an option for the G6 where you can do memory expansion, which is kind of cool. So you can do an extra 6 just by turning that on. You will have to reset the phone, and it will take the storage directly out of the you know, internal storage. And you can do that with the G9 as well. there's not like a dedicated button. Well, here it is right there, and then you just click the extend, and then you have your extra 6 gigabytes of RAM when you actually hit that button. And so you can expand the storage on both of these devices, which is definitely going to be pretty cool. And we're going to jump into the more of the things that I like about it. 5,000 milliamp hour batteries on both of these, so they're going to give you all day battery life. I also noticed that when in both of these devices, they have the theme option right here, so you can actually go through the different themes, and they pretty much have the same themes on both devices. But I did notice one thing, is that there's this default theme right here on the G6. It's called Amber on the G9, but I think it's the same thing. But you can see like they do have like themes that you can actually use. And then when it comes to the software, you're actually getting this cool little toggle tray on the all the way to the left, the right, when you swiped right. So it has like your most recent apps, and then like it's all categorized automatically, which is kind of cool. So I definitely like the fact that they put that feature on there. So right now I am updating my PUBG app on both phones, and so when it comes to pure like downloading power, they're both on 5G network. So the difference is that the UMIDIGI G6 5G right here is going to give you the MediaTek Dimensity 6100 plus. It's going to give you a pretty decent processing chip, which is going to give you some decent graphics as well. So we'll jump into the gamer performance, but it does seem like the MediaTek, not the MediaTek, but like the processor, which is the UNISOC Tiger 7, the T76 right here, is actually downloading the game faster. Then let's go into the graphics real quick, and it is running smooth and ultra performance right now. So let's just test it out and see how it runs. Okay, so I'm a little bit rusty in this game, to be honest, but it's not performing that great, right now. I'm gonna be honest with you. So let me just get used to the buttons. Okay, so yeah, pretty decent performance. I would say out of a 10 as far as the performance, it's probably going to be like a 6.5, maybe a 7. This is the brand new UNISOC chipset. It's running on smooth and ultra settings. Let me just mute the microphone real quick. All right, cool. I'm gonna turn the volume up just a little bit. And this one actually performs a lot better. It's a lot more smoother. I could definitely recommend this one if you want a game. It just runs more cleaner. So yeah, I'm noticing a big difference. This phone actually games very well. I took the screen protector off of it, and it's flying through everything that I'm doing. So yeah, if you're into gaming, this smaller, slightly smaller screen, it's gonna offer you this chipset is actually very, very smooth. So I already got 3 kills under the belt, or 2 or whatever they gave me. Oh yeah, so I would definitely recommend this one for gaming. It just runs really smooth as far as the gameplay. The gameplay is just flawless on the G6 5G. Now, one thing I wanted to mention also is that as far as hardware, the G6 is also going to be giving you Bluetooth 5.3 versus the G9 is going to give you Bluetooth 5.0. So that's definitely an improvement with the G6. And so another thing that I like about the G6 is that it just has really good hardware as far as the cameras, which I wanted to talk about. So as far as the main camera sensors on both of these devices, you can see them right here. It's basically a triple camera setup on both. And so you're getting a double camera, rear camera that they call it on the G6, which is going to give you a 50 megapixel camera as well as a 5 megapixel night vision camera. And so you're going to get a 50 megapixel camera on the G9, and then portrait mode on the G9 too. And yeah, I took a picture in pitch black and it does capture pitch black photos on here. So you're getting, you know, pretty good cameras on the G6. Open up the camera and I go into video. You can go into the settings, and I'm going to show you the settings for both. So on the G9, you actually get 1080 and 4K cameras on the G9. As far as the G6, you're getting 2K cameras on here. So really good settings. You also do get some video stabilization on the G9. So a few more features on the G9 as far as the cameras. And then as far as, like, you know, if I was to put some models up real quick, so I could just take some pictures of each one. The modes on both of these devices are really good. So we have beauty mode, video mode, picture, 50 megapixel portrait. You also do get extra, so you get your pro mode and your night mode. On the G9, you're going to get panorama, 50 megapixel mode, video mode, and for the video mode, it can go up to 3 times right here. And then if you pinch it, you can get up to 10 times. So I like how they give you those 3 convenient buttons for just getting to your zoom, and then you can get to 10 times when you pinch it, capture, portrait, night mode, and a few more modes on here: macro, slow motion, time lapse, and QR mode. So a few more modes on the G9 that I noticed that I didn't see on the G6, like the macro mode. And let's take a look at both of these. You can see the detail on both photos right here. So yeah, they both take pretty good shots when it comes to the rear camera. A little bit lighter, on the G9, but more contrast on the G6. So I think it's like a personal preference of how you like your shots. All right, so I took a selfie on both phones, and it looks like I don't know, like the G9 has like this beauty mode on. So let me just take one more shot. All right, let me compare them. So yeah, you can see the difference between both. The G6 offers a lot more detail on my face, I'm noticing, and it has more realistic colors as well. So yeah, I would definitely go with the G6. You get this more beauty effect on the G9 right here, so it's more of a beauty effect. And I don't know if I have beauty mode turned on or something. Oh yeah, that's what it is. The beauty mode is actually turned on. So let's turn that off and do that again. All right, so that's actually with it turned off. It still has very soft, delicate treatment of the face compared to the G6, which I prefer the G6 when it comes to the front facing camera. 8 megapixels on the G6, so you're getting more detail versus the 4.9 on the G9 front facing camera, which is like a 5 megapixel front facing camera on there. And then you can see this one, the G6 has an update right here, and it's actually a minor bug fix for the August 15th. So this came out on August 15th. So I actually thought the G6 was running Android 14, but it's actually running Android 14 on this device, Android 13 on this device, and the G9 is actually running Android 14 with the brand new chip on here. So that's pretty much the difference when it comes to software. You know, so you can see Android 13 on the G6, and then you can see some of the specs. So the Dimensity 6100 on the G6, and on the G9 you're getting the UNISOC T765. I definitely say that the G6 will perform better when it comes to gaming. As far as the display, is going to be bigger on the G9 with a faster charging battery. As far as the G6, you're going to get NFC with you know, a faster processing chip for gaming. So yeah, I could definitely say that the G6 would probably be my pick, even though it does run Android 13 compared to the G9 having Android 14. But let me know what you guys think about both of these devices in the comment section. And if you're still here, just type down below, I'm still here, so I know you're still kicking it with me. And I just want to remind you to hit the like button so we can get this video out to more people and, you know, help boost the engagement. I'll hit you back. I'll check you guys later. Peace.